Isolation Nation, we are back for the next 50 episodes of the Social Distancing Social Club. What a party that was yesterday. What a blast. So much fun that I wasn't able to get my hair back into normal shape on account of my Hofstadter wig that I was wearing for far too long. And my house is filled with Hofstadter hair, as I like to refer to it. I just reached randomly, and look what I find everywhere now. I swallowed great deals of that yesterday. It's a small sacrifice to do for our craft, and our craft is being complete fucking idiots. And on that note, I'm very excited to welcome the second leg of the quarantine that makes up the four-legged animal that is the beast that keeps on chugging. Please welcome Steve Hofstadter.
Well, hello, Ben. Glad to be here. I feel like this background kind of sums up my day. I will say I have no compassion for you trying to get your Steve Hofstadter hair out of everything, because my head was fucking green yesterday, and that took about 3 showers to get out of there. I had a damn goatee, and I was cleaning up empty beer cans. I was back in college. It was great. I've never had to pour that much beer and also ginger ale down the sink, but it was totally worth it. Had to shave the rest of my beard in order to not look like an idiot. So now, no offense to people with goatees. Speaking of people with goatees, I'll introduce one in a second, but if you want to support the show, as always, you can Venmo, top right of the screen, or PayPal, Laugh From Home. We much prefer those, too. If you want to super chat at YouTube, you can certainly do that, but YouTube takes a big old percentage. So if you want to support the show, it's way better if you Venmo or PayPal. We're happy to get any of them, though. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, back from doing a fine Ben Glebe impersonation, Mr. Chris Bowers, everybody. Chris Bowers.
Hey, thanks so much. I can turn my video on. There we go. Oh, God. I tell you what, guys, we did it finally. I'm fucking hungover. I haven't been hungover this whole time, this whole 8 weeks somehow. And today, I guess 14 shots of Fireball was not good. I do not recommend that to anyone out there. It was rough, guys. Ben, I do not remember FaceTiming you last night. I thought you were on, I know you came to our Zoom party, but Chrissy's like, no, you FaceTime Ben for like 20 minutes. I was like, oh shit, I don't remember any of that.
Oh yeah, not only did we FaceTime last night, Bowers, I've got a little bit of video of it.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
This is Bowers trying to talk to me while laying down on his couch. Like he was trying to seduce me. It was incredibly strange for me. What kind of face is he making there? He's like biting his lip. And I said, get up, Bowers. He's like, okay, I'll get up. I'll get up. A lot of people find it sexy, but I'm happy to stand up.
My favorite thing about that, like, on one hand, I'm a little hurt that I wasn't FaceTimed. On the other hand, I'm really happy I wasn't FaceTimed. So it's totally fine.
I've been invited into Bowers' nightly thing by some of his attendees.
That's my question. How did you get into the Zoom? We could not figure it out. Who sent you the link?
You're not going to tell me my sources, dude.
Okay, because you just showed up and it was like, oh, great. But I went on my phone. I'm like, I didn't text you the link. How do you figure it out? That's amazing. So
I also got to meet Bowers' 21-year-old girlfriend that was there in the broadcast.
My girlfriend, just a friend. We're just friends. I actually met her through Zoom. I've seen her once in my life. She works at the Helium Comedy Club with all my friends that went from Morty's to Helium in Indianapolis. Great club there. So yeah, she works there, so that's how she's my friend. But I just know her through Zoom. So that's another cool thing about this. Like, just like the No Pants people, there's all kinds of people who just met over Zoom and now they're friends, which is kind of neat. So
and somebody we are all friends with that we love dearly. She is the glue that holds the quarantine together. Please.
That is totally true.
Welcome, Queen Rachel, everybody.
Bowers,
Hey,
how have you not had a liver transplant yet?
Well,
That's ridiculous.
He's on
I
his
think it-
third, Rachel.
I think my liver works really well, actually. I think that's why I don't need one. I think my liver's good, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think it was the sugar in the Fireball that really got me. It wasn't the booze, it was the sugar. But anyway.
Is this your new backdrop? What the hell is this new backdrop?
Well, I moved yesterday, and I like this little better because then Chrissy has full access to the house. She can like walk around the computer and get in the bedroom and go outside. Where when I was over there, she couldn't leave the room.
I do like more that it's like you got two sides to it, so it looks more like a presented stage. I don't hate it.
I love that you're like, what's this new backdrop? It's literally 3 feet over. Like, that stuff was in the old view.
Yeah, I mean, like I used to just sit over there, and now I sit over here. So
He moved completely to the other side of his apartment. Also, by the way, Ben, the idea that you're like, oh, I'm finding this Hofstede hair all over the place. Where is it? Is it in between your yo-yos and your semaphore flags? Like, what the fuck? How do you even find it?
That's a very strong question. I really am starting to regret. I think it's probably still on my Instagram story for a little bit longer. There's a hint of the junk that is just spread over my office to be able to make the props accessible to the world, and it's getting out of control, you guys.
Yeah,
Well, that
might
actually-
I recommend Cartoon Fire to take care of it?
That's a great idea, actually.
that actually is a good segue into our overnight game. The overnight game was fun. It was quarantine theme song. So there was songs for each one of us. Jeremy Days was for Ben was "Don't Stop Ben Gleben," which I thought was pretty good. And
Nice.
Lola for me was a pocket square full of sunshine. And Steve was from Tesha was "Everybody's Free to Wear Sunscreen, but I Have to," which I thought was hilarious.
I love that. I also had some that I liked. I enjoyed a lot. One for Queen Rachel from Lola KG. I hate big words and I cannot lie.
Nice.
And another one for Steve. Burn, baby, burn. Sunshine Inferno.
I liked one that Lola had for Ben, which was Boulevard of Broken Campaigns. Or, you know what, that might have been for both of us. Who knows?
Ooh. Also, Lola had another one. She killed it in this one. That's not even funny. It's just very sweet. I've had the pandemic time of my life. I love that.
I actually, my favorite one was from her, was Hey Judy, which is, that's a deep cut into the show.
It's so deep, I don't even understand it.
That's your mom.
That's no, Judy is the blow-up doll that you gave.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
How did you?
Am
how
I
did
the
you fuck
only
a
one
doll?
who watches the show?
Yep.
Ben, how did you fuck a doll for 2 years and not learn its name? What a dick you are.
That's the best way to do it. Also, I loved Lola had another one. It goes a little something like this for Steve Hofstetter. When this old world starts getting me down and people are just too much for me to face, I post another heckler clip and respond to hater comments.
I also do that when the world's not getting me down. It's just what it's.
Definitely. Ben, what's today's game?
I have so many more that I liked on this, but damn it. All right, fine.
There was a bunch of really good ones.
I think it's really great that, see, this is what happens when Ben finally checks the game out. He realizes how good it is.
I've checked the game many times. I just did in a couple of days. But today's game, I'm so excited about it. We're very stoked to introduce today's game. Let me just quickly choose what it is. We're gonna do today bad movie mashups, you guys. Kind of like our bad band mashups. We're gonna do bad movie mashups. 2 movie titles that you do not want to be together. They make a weird combination. Perhaps kind of like, I don't know, I'm making this up on the spot because we just decided, but G.I. Jane and a Few Good Men. Or
Home Alone and a Few Good Men. I mean, there's a lot you could do with that.
Yep.
Or 3 Men and a Little Lady and a Few Good Men. That's just too many things to keep track of.
Too many people. Absolutely. That's a great point. Yeah, The Little Mermaid and the Bigger Mermaid movie.
Oh my God. The Bigger Mermaid movie was my favorite movie. Have you ever seen?
She was so big, she wasn't even underwater anymore.
Yeah, it was. There was like a little part of her that was underwater, and the rest
right.
and then when she tried to attack on land, and she couldn't because this is ridiculous.
Ben, are you playing me today, Ben? Did we switch a time again for the 51st show and you didn't tell me to fucking? Anyway, I think.
Speaking of, I'm not playing you today, but we learned a new thing about Bowers when he's drunk. It goes from soft confessions to immediate and loud confessions. Literally, I surprised Bowers in his drunken Zoom, and this is literally the first thing he says. He goes, "Hey, Ben, I've been kind of mad at you the last few days. You're terrible at time management. I'm pretty mad at you, but damn it, today was a good show, so it's all right." That was opening.
I do get super honest when I'm drunk. I'll say to Chrissy, I'm like, have I ever told you? Like, yeah, you've told me that 15 times. Every time you get drunk, you tell me the thing that you think is a big secret that you're going to tell me. That's just the way I am.
I've got to say, by the way, Bowers, there were some wonderful things from yesterday's episode, but my favorite one was that you getting an entire fucking meatloaf to eat during the show. That was...
What's funny is that wasn't even planned. I actually made a meatloaf for lunch and I just had it on the desk. I'm like, I'll just eat that. That'll be funny.
Oh shit! Well, now I don't like it as much. I thought you cooked a meatloaf for the show. I thought that was so
I
good.
cooked my meatloaf for lunch and then it just worked out. All right, we got great comics today. I'm going to introduce our comics. We've got two great comics. We've got Adrienne Iapalucci is here. Say hello, Adrienne. How are you? Woo! She here?
While she turns her camera on, let's say if you want to join today's game, which is Bad Movie Mashups, you can super chat us for free, or for a $5 or more super chat, you'll be entered into our grand prize. We will announce at the end of the episode. And now, Bowers is introducing.
There we go. Adrienne Iapalucci, how are you?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hello, how are you?
We're great.
I'm okay.
I'm getting sunburned by these cartoon flames.
This goes. Am I supposed to start doing stand-up right now, or are you introducing everyone?
No, I'll introduce you in a minute. We're just going to introduce you to the set. Everything was kind of truncated today. I'm hungover. The tech was going crazy. I didn't realize it was a different Zoom link, so don't worry about it.
Oh,
we'll
that's
introduce you
okay.
in a couple minutes here. Dwayne Perkins is also here. Dwayne, say hello.
Dwayne.
Returning champion.
Dwayne.
What up? What up? How's it going, guys?
What's up, Dwayne?
Good.
Oh my god, he hand-built that brick wall as well.
Brick layer, dude. Love that. You're a brick house. You know that.
Yes, I lay bricks, but not when I play basketball. Hey, now.
Dwayne, I've played basketball with you many times, and that's not true.
Another strong and immediate confession. I like that.
Oh, that's great.
You know, Ben actually once hit five 3-pointers in a row. He was playing against 9-year-olds then as well.
Those were the 3-pointers that I took, but there was 400 missed shots throughout the rest of the game.
I like that Ben's in on that joke now. I appreciate that. That makes it more fun. All right, we have an awesome.
Aren't you glad I'm in on that joke now?
You son of a bitch.
Aren't you glad I'm in on that joke now? There you go.
Your entire house has me stuff in it now. All right, we are going to.
But let me just say. But
I shouldn't have sent you those.
No, you should not have. That was a mistake.
Yeah. It's I was like, you know what? They sent me too much of the fake fruit. What do I do with all these props? I know. I'll send them to Ben. That way they won't end up in a landfill. So that said,
we are in a landfill right now. It's called my office.
Yeah. So we want to say hello. We want to say hello to our awesome live audience, as always, the lifeblood of the show. We appreciate you guys so much. We have Tam, we have Zara, we have Benjamin, we have Jessica, we have Tony. Thank you so much for joining us. Throw your cameras on there. Hello to all of you. And Rachel, do we have any chats coming in or whatnot?
We do. We've got some good game entries already. The only chat so far is from Darmesh. $2 says, "You guys give me great joy. Love from Boston."
Thank you, Darmesh. You give us great joy by telling us we give you great joy.
Does it cause you joy? Does it? What is it? What's the Marie Kondo thing?
Spark joy.
Does it spark joy? So Ben, everything in Ben's office apparently sparks joy.
That's what I used to tell myself until I was looking at it all in one big pile right now.
By the way, One Big Pile, also a great name for Ben's autobiography. We missed that the other day, but we could have.
Guys, I will give you a very rare peek at what it looks like. I'm just going to turn my laptop, and your eyes will
scared.
pop. Just get ready. Get ready for this.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh my God.
That's my floor and credenza.
No, that was your floor. That is just a shelf at the bottom of your office now.
Yeah, I have the best dog in the world because he doesn't eat that shit. And how is that possible?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It. He knows those are my toys.
Yeah. Tony in the live chat just said that's exactly what I expected.
My question, Ben, is how would you know if your dog ate any of that shit? You would have no idea. He could eat one thing every day, and it would take you 150 years to figure it out.
That's also a strong point, and he has been sluggish lately, so maybe.
Ben looks down, he goes, "Hey, there are only 38 vintage ladies. I had 39."
Yeah, he spit these up, and I don't know what's happening. Ladies.
Last Tuesday, he shit an entire Rubik's Cube. It was crazy.
Yeah.
All right, let's
solved though, which was amazing. By the way, Ben, I don't appreciate you making fun of my fancy library yesterday, so I'm just gonna go into my not as fancy library.
And I'm just gonna show you the Rubik's Cube my dog spit up.
Of course. All right, I think let's get into a comic. I think that's our best bet here to keep this show rolling.
Do you think yes.
So
go to a comic though? I'm unsure.
I think we should get to the comic. Should we get to a comic?
You know what?
Let's get to a comic.
I'll go to a different.
9 times. Let's get to a comic.
When you do that, I'll go to a different library first. Go ahead.
Okay, that's more of a student library. All right, so our first copy today, you've seen her on Netflix, The Degenerates, on David Letterman, and she has the Vag podcast. Give her very funny. Adrienne Iapalucci. God damn it. Sorry, Iapalucci. I know it. Iapalucci. I'm sorry, Adrienne Iapalucci.
Aren't you a professional speaker? I'll do it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Adrienne Iapalucci.
Thank you. Wow, thank you. It would have been less offensive if you just called me a cunt. This will probably be my first and last Zoom show. This feels incredibly weird to me. But here we go. So I think the nice thing about the quarantine is just trying to see the positives of it. You know, like at 7 o'clock when they, I guess, hit the pots and pans, that's like a great time for wife beaters to just start beating their wives because no one can hear them screaming over the beating of the pots and pans. So I'm tending to look at this quarantine as more of a positive instead of the negatives. I also watched somebody drop a pot on someone's head while they were banging it, and then that person had to go to the hospital. So I'm not sure how productive banging those pots and pans really is. So I had this, there's no like segues because this is weird. So I had this friend that was in love with this beautiful girl, and she would never give him the time of day. And then she got into a terrible car accident and became paralyzed, and then they got married. So basically, like, the love of your life is just one tragedy away. So I feel like if you love someone, you should, or want to date them, what you really need to do is just set them up in the most haphazard situations, hoping that they will be paralyzed. That's my takeaway from that. Also, if like I had an ex-boyfriend that threatened to kill himself and I talked him out of it, and then when we broke up, I want to know if I could talk him back into it. Like, what is the protocol for that? If you can call him up and be like, "Hey, I thought about it, and I really like to see if you'd revisit that idea." Also, I like when people kill themselves on their birthdays. It just makes the math so much easier. And around the cemetery, and you're like, how old is that person? But if they have died and born on the same day, you're like, that's so much easier. Plus, then it's also only one Facebook post a year instead of 2, which is really nice. It's like the most considerate thing you can do for somebody is to just make their load a little lighter. I'm a big fan of OJ Simpson. I've been following him on all of the apps, and I know a lot of people whenever I say that, people always give me like a weird thing, like, how could you follow him? And it's like, I don't know. I wasn't friends with Nicole. I don't really care. I mean, I feel like even some of Nicole's friends would probably be like, I don't know, I kind of see what he's up to, you know, just like curious. But I feel like OJ's probably the safest person you can live by now. Like, I wish he lived in my neighborhood, just because, like, he cannot kill anybody else. He doesn't have the money for it. And if he, I feel like if he lived in my neighborhood, I think I would just taunt him to see if I could get him to do it again. You know, just like drop stuff on his lawn or let my dog take a big shit. And he'd be like, "Are you going to pick that up?" And I'd be like, "No." And you aren't that great of a football player. You're like okay for a white football player, but not like a black one. I don't know. I don't really know anything about OJ. I don't really know anything about Nicole's parents either, but I do secretly hope that they were like really woke liberals that like hoped their daughter dated a black guy. And then like after she got murdered, they were just like, oh man, like I see now. But that's the thing about like liberals, a lot of them pretend like they're so open-minded, but they're really not. They just want everyone else to do that. Like I had a friend that she was Jewish and she was dating a black guy and her parents hated him. And she was like, why do you hate him? And they're like, well, because he's not Jewish. And then like he became a Jew and they're like, we still don't like him. And she was like, why? And they're like, because we're fucking racist. So basically what I'm saying is like a lot of people just lie. I also think too there's a difference between being racist and ignorant. Like an ignorant person can kind of just like I feel like my mom was kind of ignorant, you know, like growing up she used to tell me that I used to like this only black kid in my school, Trevor Dooley, and she tried to explain racism to me using the birds and the bees. And she told me the birds play with the birds and the bees play with the bees, which is very confusing as a child. She's like, what does that have to do with me and Trevor? So that's kind of like an ignorant person who then like, you know, once I started dating black guys was cool with it. I feel like the only way to like ever to fix racism is like what you have to do is basically put people in prison and have them get like put like a white racist guy in prison and have him get like gang raped by the neo-Nazis and then like a black guy helps him out of it, kind of like an American History X situation. I know people think that's really extreme, but I feel like racism is not an easy fix. And what better way than to put somebody through the judicial system and the prison system to like fuck the racism out of them. I don't know how long I've been going on and on for, but I'll say this is like my last idea. I like the idea of making a TV show for transgender children that are like constantly transitioning into different genders, and then they all run away, but nobody can find them and post up because no one knows what they were last, so they're just kind of lost. And also, like, I support you being like whatever you want to be, and the problem for me is like any transgender woman, like you can get the most beautiful pussy and ass and tits, but like you're still gonna shit like a dude. Like there's no way to fit that, because anytime a dude shits, it's like most of it is on the outside of the toilet. You're just gonna be like, Kim, what did you eat today? And she's gonna be like, nothing, this is the way I shit every day. And that's just gonna, I don't know how we can fix that. I feel like that's a bigger issue than like the tits and vagina for me anyway. So that's basically, I don't know how much time that was.
That's good. Adrienne
That's
Iapalucci,
about
everybody.
5. Excellent.
Nice work.
Adrienne, tip jar is open as always. If you want to tip, you can Venmo or PayPal. Venmo's at the top right of the screen. PayPal, laughfromhome.com, or of course, you can super chat. And now I think everybody on panel is thinking about how we shit and whether or not it's okay.
I'm just wondering how small are the toilets of the men you know?
Dudes are always shitting gross. There's like shit on the wall somehow, and you're like, how did that get there?
You have to meet other dudes because
Yeah.
First of all, just looking at you right now, under your eyes is wet. So I don't even know how you're shitting if under your eyes right now is just soaking wet.
I don't know if you know what shit is, but that's not has anything to do with water. I just enjoy a good rose water spritz.
That's it, pop on camera.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, guys don't know how to contain their bodily functions.
I would agree with that in general. Like, I mean, I don't generally sit on the walls, but like, I'm always confused by and I don't know if women even know this, but fellas, when you go into a gas station bathroom and there's some dude in there just making full noise, like he's not being quiet at all. He's like, and you're like, gee, how are you making these noises outside? Like, how bad are terrible?
I always wondered with the
What's that?
You understand what loud confessions feels like now, Bowers?
Yeah.
Yes, man, that's what they're just. Yeah, I don't know.
I always thought when there was that whole thing with the North Carolina bathrooms and people being like, I don't know who I want to pee next to someone, and I was like, I've been a road comic. I've been using truck stop bathrooms for a very long time. I don't get to choose who I pee next to. Like, nobody does. If you use a public bathroom, like, there's a lot of people at a fucking Love's or Pilot or, TA, like any of those, that I'm just like, I wish this person was not allowed in my bathroom. It has nothing to do with gender. They're just gross.
Yeah. Just the vending machines at truck stop bathrooms always feel like they have every disease on them. These are the vending machines, just out in the open air. The sun is disinfecting them constantly. And still, I'm like, how bad do I want that granola bar? I don't know.
Also, by the way, if you're going to get a granola bar from a truck stop bathroom vending machine, please don't. That's not a granola bar.
That's a bad idea all the way
Granola bars,
around.
those are tampons.
Yeah, it also always shows you who their target demo is when you see, the actual vending machines, in the bathroom themselves. Like those vending machines that'll just be like, fuck for 20 hours, or like whatever the stupid advertisement is. It's like, oh, they know exactly who is dumb enough to pay 50 cents for this.
And we know now that Steve can provably say that it doesn't last 20 hours. I'm so sorry.
I don't. I'm sorry. Yeah, I do not last that short.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Rachel, we got any tips coming in, Rach?
So we have, let's see. We've got Tyler Stevens Venmoed $5 for Adrienne. Great set. And
Wow, thank
we
you.
have
That's very nice of
Jessica
you.
in our live audience, $25. Great set. Please come back.
Whoa, Jessica, thank you.
Solid.
Sorry, Ben. I feel bad about insulting your rose water on your face.
Listen, it's fine.
What does it do?
Oh, it just smells lovely. It makes you feel revitalized and refreshed.
And it also hides the tears.
That's right.
To make you look like you're crying.
That's right. Better damn believe it.
Jesus. What's that?
We're caught up for now.
All right, cool. Now, Adrienne, you said you had to get out of here. You got something else you got going on? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, my sister
Cool.
just got engaged, so I'm going over to see her.
Very cool.
Well,
How
congratulations.
do we follow you on social media? Where do we find you at?
Instagram, it's Adrienne Iapalucci, and Twitter, it's Iapalucci. Watch The Degenerates, listen to podcasts. It's called Vag.
Cool Vag?
Vag, Vadge.
Oh. Vadge. Not cool Vag, just Vag.
Just Vag.
Love it. I love it. Having that special is a badge of honor. I didn't want to say it before I even said it. And as I was
that's Rosewater, take that back somehow, or
badge of honor could be your next special, though. Think about
That could be Badge of Honor.
That's a freebie.
I like
You
that.
can keep that. You can
Thank
keep
you.
it. You're welcome.
we appreciate it.
I think she means it, Ben.
Yeah, no, she.
Thank you for
Looks like
being
it.
here.
Thanks, Adrienne. Have a great
Thanks, guys. Thanks for
sisters
having me.
thing.
Got
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Adrienne,
much.
one more time, everybody. Thanks. Woo. All right. Well, Jamie Kenny's going to pop in the hot tub here in a minute. Yes, Ben? I knew we were going to have an off show, guys. I'm trying my best, but I'm fucking hungover. I don't know what's going on. I mean, yesterday was the best show of our whole lives. We're doing okay, I know, but I'm just, that was kind of, all right.
Doing fine.
Shake this off. We're going to shake this off, man.
Doing great.
Dwayne Perkins, how you doing, man?
We are doing fine.
You're a light of positivity in the world, Dwayne. How's your quarantine going, buddy?
Oh, it's going well. I can't complain. It's actually pretty good. No traffic. I'm working from home. All my dreams have come true, minus the pandemic.
Mine too, man. I'm living the same thing. So
Right.
right. Like there's way less walking now, which is great.
Right.
As I tweeted earlier today, turns out people, society, jobs, places outside the sense of touch and showering are not as important as we thought.
No, not at all.
So weird.
At all. And
that Rosewater isn't you showering?
No, that's my weekly shower. That's why my face was wet today.
Yeah.
it's going to be tough for me going back to stand up wearing shoes because I haven't had shoes on.
So true. I've been going pants out of respect for the craft, but I've been going no shoes for everything.
Yeah, no shoes.
No one's seen that low.
Yeah, I've worn shoes in I didn't even think about it. I don't know when the last time I wore shoes was. That's crazy.
You're not going on any walks then at all, Bowers, are you?
No, goddamn. Chrissy carries me when we go to the grocery store, but other than that,
Just picture her holding you like a hammock and then just laying all the food items across your body.
yeah, that's exactly how she did it.
Yeah, they don't even.
She says, "Quit wiggling."
They don't even need a cart. They just put all the food on Bowers.
Exactly what I just said. That's so weird.
Yeah, I'm building on the joke.
Or yes, Andy.
And he puts food on him after I said they put food on him as a cart.
Well, mine got a laugh, so apparently people didn't understand it when you said it. So
Yes.
I'm becoming Steve now too. I accidentally wore a gray shirt. You're wearing a gray shirt. There's no escaping our.
it's a blue shirt. Is that rosewater in your eyes?
I am Glebe Hofstetter.
There's a mashup from him.
Yeah. All right. My tech's going haywire, you guys. It's Ben, you do the jokes. I'll repeat them later. Don't worry about it.
And then I explain them. This is the way we work. Ben says a joke, Steve repeats it, and then I explain it. It's a perfect
Yeah.
system. We've been doing it for 8 weeks.
You know what's happening on my end right now? Someone is texting me, and I go, "Hey, can't talk now, live stream." And they're like, "Okay." And then they send me 4 fucking more texts, and I'm like, "Hey, still live streaming." And they're like, "Oh yeah, I just wanted to tell them, like, fucking stop texting." And that's why I haven't been as participatory.
That was my favorite moment in a comedy club once. This drunk girl answers her phone during the show, like she's in the middle of the show, and she goes like this. She goes, "Hello? No, I can't talk. I'm at a comedy show. No, I'm inside the show right now." He's pretty good.
Right.
That was Bowers' favorite moment because it's the one time he heard the audience compliment him. Boom, roasted my friend. Okay. So on Chris Bowers' press kit, it says, "He's pretty good, drunk girl on her phone."
Comedian.
What is a press kit, Steve? What is a press
heckler.
kit?
Yeah. Yeah, comedian. Heckler owns comedians through cell phone call.
Heckler becomes comedian's publicist live during show.
Hold on, Taylor. I have to complete that. So
That actually was my favorite part of yesterday, Ben, was all the faces you made making fun of Steve's thumbnail.
goddamn, if you had a
Goddamn,
real
it was
green
so
screen,
good.
that would have been insane. Because you were like, your arm was disappearing into it.
I
It was
know.
so good. It was
I
so
know.
Oh God! If Ben had the $40 to invest in actual green screen, that would
I
have
have
been
a
great.
green screen. I just don't have some way to clip it up behind me, and it would block my whole.
If
desk.
Ben had the $42 to invest in a green screen and paper clips, that would have just been amazing. If you just had the
paper clips, is that what you said?
yes.
Paper, I
so
don't know
wait.
if paper clips would hold that up, to be honest with you. But I did do some screenshots of my Steve things yesterday. Here are of my Steve faces. Here's one.
You're getting a text. You're getting a text. That would have been real bad. So funny. Oh, okay. I think I don't know. No, let me see if Jamie can it because I sent him the wrong
Can we
link.
read some tips that we got?
Well, you gotta say these-
Yeah, let's do some tips, Rachel. That'd be great.
Just quickly check out these two side by side. You got this, and you got this.
Identical.
Can't tell the
Perfect.
You're worried.
That's
You're
perfect.
worried. You're worried that like I'm tagging your joke, and you're literally just showing people screenshots from the show they saw yesterday. That is still available online.
Yeah.
But guys, you missed the part where I did this thing. You saw me do the. I was awesome on this thing also. You forgot the thing where I did this.
Right now, Ben's doing that thing that comics do sometimes where they tell you about other crowd work they did on stage as their act, which makes me furious when they're like, one time this guy said this and I said that. And I'm like, it doesn't work if you don't do it in the moment, dickhead. You can't fucking make that a joke.
Well, but I just love Steve's optimism despite that. It's a good point, Bowers. But seeing how today's show's going, I think showing images and clips from yesterday is the best thing we could do.
Today's show is going great. Shut up, both of you.
It's a great show. It's an awesome one. And now we're just going to cut to a quick clip package. It's 90 minutes from yesterday.
Hey, Jamie Kennedy's here.
Jamie, we can
Kennedy.
just show
Just-
Jamie's clips from yesterday.
Perfect timing, Jamie. We need you. Come on in.
What happened? Jamie Kennedy reporting live from the jacuzzi.
What up, buddy?
I'm out of broth, so I just figured I'd have a cup of hot coffee in the hot jacuzzi from our friends at Phil's. Soaking up that vitamin D. Get that D. You know what I'm talking about. D for all your ails. Been in this tub for 67 days making my broth.
I love how you tell people to get that D with that cactus behind you, just looking as erect as can be.
Well, you know my cactuses. We fertilize them with Viagra. So that was stupid.
Yeah. Man, if that cactus
cactus
made you think of a dick, you should really see somebody.
meet other men.
Yeah.
9 weeks in, he wants that cactus dude.
Yeah.
I've got a cactus in my backyard, and let me just tell you, it's been looking good lately.
prickly and ribbed for your pleasure.
That is damn straight. That's damn straight. Plus, they got
Putting,
water inside, so you know they're wet.
God damn it.
Putting on my anti-Hofstadter spray here, so I don't get too.
I recommend it for everybody.
What's up, man? What are you guys doing?
I'm hungover. I got real drunk after our show last night, dude. So I'm hungover as shit. But how you doing? Your show was great last night, man. Good job.
Thank you, bro. I had a great time. I did another, 25 in the damn the meet and greet. I didn't realize I gotta actually send all those DVDs out. Fucking dude hit me. He's like, I'm Phil from Nowhere Fulfillment Centers, and you got fucking George in Poughkeepsie wants your DVD from 2007.
It is super weird. It is super weird that when you tell people that you're going to send them a DVD, you then have to send it. They're very needy. Very needy.
What you probably should do, Jamie, is just get a bunch of plastic jars and just send them your own personal jar of broth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that won't be more difficult than a fucking DVD.
I think it would be more difficult.
Oh. Oh no, Steve, I'm brothing at the moment.
Oh no, producing the broth isn't the problem. It's protecting the broth. That's the issue.
We get a little truffle in here. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think you need any more paternity suits, Jamie. You shouldn't be sending your broth to people in the mail. That's not going to be good.
Jamie Kennedy's new album will be called Brothing at the Mouth.
That's a good name. You're on it names today, Ben. You're killing the album names today. I like that.
Thank you so much, Frederick.
But seriously though, I have to do my own fucking Shopify and everything.
No, you just need to upload your album to Dropbox and email them a link.
No, these people want the hard physical copy, Ben. They want me to go to the post office in the middle of this fucking shit and sign that shit. You can't sign a link. They want that signature. That's worth an extra fucking 50 cents on eBay. Come on now.
All right, Jamie, I'll be serious, Jamie. I will come. You just put them in a box, put them in boxes. I'll come to your house and pick them up and take them to the post office for you.
Oh yeah, like
I will do that.
That's Midwestern, beautiful man you are.
Well, that's what an MC does. He makes sure the headliner has everything they need. So I MC'd for you, so that I'll mail all your DVDs. I'm being serious. So just.
By the way, that's a very nice thing to do. Do not tell headliners that's what the MC does. Come to your house and send your fucking merch for you.
My experience, what the MC does to the headliner, it goes, "See you tomorrow, man," and bounces immediately when the show ends.
When I owned the club, one of my favorite jokes is I always say that shotgun was for headliners. So even when I picked up a feature for lunch, I'd make him sit in the back seat. Even by himself. Even the shotgun was empty. I would let the front seat be open and make the features at the back.
I just learned Morty's closed.
Yeah, a couple years ago, man.
Yeah.
Wow. No,
We couldn't
hours
get you
ago.
back, so we just shut down. We're like, we can't book Ben anymore, so we'll just shut down.
How come then I didn't play the last 2 years the club was open? That's really weird.
Your people said no. I tried to get you back. There was something about you drank too much with me, and something about you know, whatever. I don't know
Now,
what it
as
was.
press secretary, that might have been my fault. So, I was like, he does not need this speaking engagement at this time. This place is going to be a Panera one day.
I did have, honestly, some of my greatest road memories were hands down at that Indianapolis Morty's.
Oh God, we had so much fun. Remember we went to Brett's house and we did the conga line dance. We were just dancing around the kitchen, like 12 people. Your friends came from somewhere. It was super
not
fun.
on the list of the top memories, but that was one of the things we did.
Oh, you didn't like that? What's your top? Okay, Jamie.
I don't mean to interrupt the circle jerk here, but Mr. Koozy's hot.
Thank you, Jamie.
Steve, by the way, do you know Panera's actual name? Since you're a super trivia man.
You mean like what the company started as? Or are you saying it should be pronounced Panera?
Close, but what it really is to the OGs in the know.
St. Louis Bread Company?
Oh, shit. You like carbs as much as I do. How many people really know that?
No, I actually know that. I know that because I used to do a joke.
I learned that through Bowers.
I used to do a joke making fun of Panera, the idea that they give you a side of bread with everything. Like the guy, I ordered soup in a bread bowl once, and the guy said, would you like a bagel with that? And I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, just fucking just give me a side of bread on the bagel. Just why not? And like, I just did this rant about like, yeah, serve it to me, give me a breadstick as a straw, this whole thing. And so I did that joke in St. Louis, and they got really mad at me that I called it Panera. And they were like, no, that's St. Louis Bread Company. And I looked it up, and there were also Paneras in St. Louis, so they can go fuck themselves with their weird-ass bagels in St. Louis.
I have a slight problem. Listen, Panera has top 3 souffles worldwide. Top 3. At 10:30 on the fucking dot, someone making $6.50 an hour will stop you. I went in there at 10:31. Yo, souffle, it's right there. Nope. Breakfast stops at 10:30. Yo, it's right there in the case. No, they don't fucking serve that shit. Souffle Nazis.
And that, my friends, was Jamie Kennedy's audition for the Michael Douglas role in the sequel to Falling Down.
Well, he's gonna be in Falling Down 6. It'll come out a couple years after the other sequels, but.
How many people didn't know there's a Falling Down 3?
Yep, Falling Down 3, Fallen, and I Can't Get Up.
Jamie Kennedy this fall in Standing Up.
Also, Panera Bread, or as Rachel pronounces it, Pamela Beard. I'm gonna go have lunch with Pamela Beard.
Rach, we got anything to catch up on?
We do. All right, so we've got some more for Adrienne that had come in. Dave Adler, $5 to go towards pots and pans for use other than quarantine time. IKEA maybe. Love the whole set. I would have thought trans women would learn how to hover like a woman. Women born a woman. Crap under the rim versus. Why is it so long? Leave answer. All right, Andrew Lee, $5. Adrienne, please, for the love of all things dark and provocative, come back for another set. Thank you. And then Jake M, great set, Adrienne. You have a unique comedic voice.
Yeah, that set was dark enough for Night to be like, whoa.
Yeah. I mean, it was super dark, and I was like, am I just hungover, or is this fucking dark as fuck? I couldn't tell. It was funny. I thought the jokes were great. But I was
Dude,
like,
your outfit was like, that was dark.
Hofstetter, who has an album on YouTube called 57 Minutes of the Darkest Jokes Possible, was like, I am hurt by this.
Yeah. Like, a little uncomfortable. I'll be honest, a little uncomfortable.
Right. Oh, so should we get to our
A
next
couple other
comic?
things.
Oh, a couple more.
Just
All right,
two
couple more,
more.
Rachel.
Two
Perfect.
more. We had a general, Lola, $2. Paper clips for Ben.
Nice.
That's, of course, General Lola from the War of the Korean War.
Yeah, there was that song about. All right,
The War of the Korean War.
La, la,
Yeah.
la, la, la,
By the way, how old were you when you found out what Lola was about?
What? Still don't know, I guess. What is it about?
Yeah, what's it about?
What? Okay.
Is her
Lola-
original name the St. Louis bred Lola?
Yeah. Lola is about someone who is trans.
Is
and
it?
It is.
No.
Yeah.
I know what I am. I'm a man, and so's Lola. Have you not?
I thought everybody knew that.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Wow.
Just look at the lyrics if you wanna.
No, I mean, it makes
look at the
sense
lyrics.
now that I'm thinking back to the lyrics. Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. I should have been jerking off.
Yeah,
to
now
song
that I'm
as
thinking
much.
of the words that they were saying that I've been singing along with for 30 years. Yeah, now I know what the words say. Yeah, that's what it's about.
I just want that song to know that I accept it, whatever it's about.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
Absolutely.
The song can be whatever it wants to be. You know, that's cool.
It says in a dark brown voice, she said Lola.
No, isn't it? I thought it was about soda.
Yeah, soda.
Coca-Cola. La, la.
Coca-Cola.
Soda. Who knows any more than two lines? It's just la, 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 la,
Yeah, I don't
la,
really
la,
know.
la, la, la. I mean,
Jamie is
Rachel-
like, I
Rachel's
wouldn't have even
dying.
known how to spell Lola if I'm sorry, Rachel.
All right, Rachel's gonna read these lyrics. Let's-
Well, I'm not the world's most physical guy, but when she squeezed me tight, she nearly broke my spine.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
And I was on a road trip in college, and we were listening to classic rock, and that song came on, and like, so
Broke his
stop breaking
spine.
his spine. He has no spine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if he had a spine, that'd be possible.
Yeah, and so like one of the guys who had been a music journalist for a couple years before he went to college was like, oh man, I remember the first time I learned what this song was about. And we're like, what? It's a love song. And he was like, no, listen to the lyrics. And we were like listening to it. We're like, we're fucking dumb. We did not listen. We had no idea what this was about. No, I'm not calling you guys dumb. I'm not. That's not what I'm.
You can call me dumb. That's fine.
I'm not calling the rest of you guys dumb. I'm not.
Now we know why that's the song that Eddie Murphy always plays when he hooks up.
Be nice.
Be nice. So Jamie, you got to get out of here before you.
I'm gonna bounce. I was gonna watch one more comic and then bounce. Is that
Okay?
cool?
Perfect. Let's introduce Dwayne, and then we'll have Jamie Jamie will bounce. Why do I have to say that? That's in my head. I don't have to fucking always say everything's in my head. I'm trying, Ben. I'm noticing it that you've pointed it out these last 8 weeks, so I'm getting better at it, but I still have to learn. Anyway, come to the stage right now. It's one of my favorite comics. He's got a special called Take Note that's streaming right now. He also has another special on Dry Bar. He wrote a book called Hot Chocolate for the Mind. Give her the very funny Dwayne Perkins, everybody. Dwayne Perkins.
What's up, guys? Yeah, and you know, a lot of people don't know the you guys talking about Lola, the verse that didn't make the radio version where she shits all over the place in the bathroom. We've all missed the toilet bowl by a bit, you know, but not the wall. I've never the wall. So so this quarantine is crazy. You see a little white privilege in action. I got to see that recently. I was in a supermarket, and a white gentleman came in with a bandana. I guess he didn't have a mask, and he tried to be funny. And he comes in and he screams, "This is a stick up!" Yeah. And there's another black guy next to me who I didn't even know. He was 6 feet away, and we just looked at each other and we're like, we could never do what he just did. Like, that's white privilege. I would never go anywhere and say, this is a stick up. I won't even ask where the stick up air freshener is. Like, that's how safe. The other day I went outside, and as a black guy, it's tough because I just was going up to my car, and I forgot my mask. And, you know, this lady crossed the street, and, you know, and she was walking toward me. Then you just sort of gotta, you know, like, what's happening here? She crossed the street because I'm black. Is it because I didn't have, hey, is it because I didn't have a mask on? Is it because I didn't have pants on? Like, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure why she crossed the street. I don't want to be the old man, like the get off my lawn old man. But the one thing I don't like too is all the ordering online. Like I ordered a pizza recently, okay, and I won't say the name of the place, but its initials are CPK. And so listen, I wanted a pepperoni pizza, okay? It comes, I open it up, there's no pepperoni, there's no sauce. It's just cheese and bread. And let me explain to you how that happened. I wanted the, what do you call it? Cauliflower crust, trying to be healthy, right? Now, when you go to, you go to check out, they say, there's a box. It says, no gluten-free pepperoni, okay? And I'm like, well, I didn't know pepperoni had gluten, but I don't want the gluten-free pepperoni. I want the regular pepperoni, clearly. So I click that box. There's another box that says no gluten-free sauce. Yeah, I don't want gluten-free sauce. I want regular sauce. So I click that box. And then, so I take half the blame, but my thing is, listen, if someone orders a pepperoni pizza, taking off pepperoni shouldn't be an option. Like, let's not overthink this. You know what I mean? Like, a pepperoni pizza. Let's break it down. A pepperoni pizza without pepperoni is a cheese pizza, right? And that was an option. A cheese pizza without sauce is an open bread open faced grilled cheese sandwich. Is what that is. The crazy thing is they charge me for the pepperoni. So how do you? Like, I paid like maybe $5 more for a pepperoni pizza, and I'm just thinking, where's the logic? Could I just walk in one day and go, hey guys, man, I'm so hungry. Let me get a pepperoni pizza, please. Actually, you know what? I'm trying to cut back on meat. Hold the pepperoni, please, if you don't mind. And, ooh, tomatoes kind of get me there. Hold the sauce, please. I am lactose intolerant. Hold the cheese, if you don't mind. And kind of trying to avoid carbs, so hold the bread. And just give me an empty box and here's $30. You know what I mean? Like, it's just stupid, is all I'm saying. Now I'm at home, so I'm watching a lot of TV. Law and Order is always on, right? Just always some version of Law and Order. The thing is, and I don't know if anyone's talked about this before, but whenever there's a famous person on Law and Order, it kind of tips the whole episode, right? You're like, oh, who did it? You know, truck driver number 3 or Ryan Gosling? Like, you know. And the only way to avoid this is you got to commit to it. You have to have a very famous person do a true cameo. Like one day, just let Meryl Streep find the body. You know what I mean? Just. And then she's not in the episode at all. You know, I just picture Ice-T walking in. Victim had lacerations on the thigh. Meryl Streep found the body. You know, just because then you're at home and like for the next hour you're like, was that Meryl Streep? I think that was Meryl Streep. Is she coming back? I don't know. You know, like commit. Just keep us honest. Just keep us honest. What movie was that? There was a movie that did that. I think Executive Decision. If you remember that movie.
Yes.
They killed Steven Seagal in like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It was the best thing ever because the rest of the movie, you're like, he's coming back, right? Like he. And no, he did not come back. I'll leave you with this. I obviously no one's traveling too much. Before this, I did a lot of traveling. I actually went to China recently. It was a while ago, so don't worry. I was in China. And the thing is, whenever I go to China, about 5 times a day, a random Chinese person comes up to me and they want to take a picture. And I never know what's going on because in my mind, I'm like, do you think, do you want to take a picture with me because you think I'm a famous black dude? Or do you want to take a picture with me because I'm a black dude? Like, I'm not sure. I mean, I autographed their forehead either way, just to be safe, Hold still. Eddie Murphy. And I blow dry. That's my time, guys. Thank you so much.
Dwayne
I appreciate it.
Perkins, everybody.
Dwayne Perkins.
Good job,
Dwayne Perkins. Killing it as always. If you want a tip, as always, we appreciate Venmo and PayPal the most. Please, Venmo top right of the screen. You can PayPal laughfromhome.com. But also, you could super chat us if you like. By the way, Dwayne, I don't know if you know the story of why Steven Seagal was killed right away on that.
No.
Apparently, he was horrible to work with. And he had all these demands, and they were just like, hey, we have a demand. And then they just killed him in the movie. Like, that's...
But he was still in all the promo. That was what's so funny about it. He was in all the promo. It was a Steven Seagal
because they were
movie.
still gonna use his fame, but they were just like, also, fuck you, you're dead in 5 minutes. Like, that's brilliant. I love that.
Yeah, the other guys did that too, right? They killed... spoiler alert, but they killed The Rock and Sam Jackson.
Right,
So
yeah. Jamie,
Yeah.
I just want to say I relate to Dwayne a lot. Like, you know, sometimes when I'm walking down the street, I see a lady over the other side, and I think, like, you know, did she see me in Tremor 6? Was it Tremor 7? Am I going to be, he says he doesn't want to be the old man that says, get off my lawn. Am I going to be the old man that says, get out of my jacuzzi? Great set, Dwayne. Love you guys.
Thank you, Jamie. Good seeing you, man.
Happy
See you next week, buddy.
51st.
Happy,
All right,
birthday
baby.
on Monday.
Jamie.
Happy birthday on Monday.
Happy 50th
Thank you.
birthday, buddy.
We
Happy
know
birthday,
damn
Jamie.
well Jamie Kennedy is not going to tell anyone to get out of his jacuzzi. That's a ridiculous premise. Oh, he's still here. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jamie.
Dwayne, your pizza story reminded me one time I was speaking at a middle school and they had personal pan pizzas, like a bunch of them from Pizza Hut. So every kid got just one personal pan pizza. So I go to this girl and I go, do you want pepperoni or cheese? And she goes, can I have one with both? I'm like, well, they all have cheese.
By the way, Panera's original name was the Empty Box Pizza Company. So,
Right.
Nice.
That's a great.
Rachel, we got any tips, Rach?
We do. So we have Dave Adler, $10. So Dwayne can get some stick-ups on Amazon and not have to ask. I'm keeping this short for our queen. Thanks.
Nice.
nice.
I love Rachel, how every time Rachel begins speaking, she really is the best impressionist on the show. She does the teacher from Peanuts. She does the teacher.
She can't hear.
Very beginning. We have. It's a very weird feature of your headset microphone situation where you can never be heard at the beginning.
So
There it is again.
is it because you're getting, maybe because I keep getting texts coming through that it's the vibration? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. By the way, I do think it's fun that Ben just said that you were the best impressionist on the show. I enjoyed that. Ben, you all right?
That actually was my favorite moment of the show. Was yesterday was when the super chat said Ben finally gets an impression right. That was so fucking good.
Also, if you guys remember this moment from yesterday, we had this and then we had this.
Yeah. This is awesome. You know what? I didn't see the show, so I'm glad to get a chance to catch up.
Don't make me show Bauer's drunk FaceTime video again. I'll do it.
Rachel, do we have anything to catch up on, or should we do the game? What do we got?
We do. We've got tips for Dwayne. So we've got Steve, $2. Why does thin crust cost as much as pan, Dwayne?
Facts. Why? It's less. I'm doing you a favor. You know what I mean?
We have Tyler Stevens, $5 for Dwayne. There are people who do actually order pizza like that. They get mad if it's not correct on the receipt. Great set.
By the way, it just blew my mind that thin crust pizza is simultaneously less dough and more dough.
Yep.
Wow.
And it's also simultaneously the same amount of cheddar and more cheddar.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
You put cheddar on your pizza? What the fuck is... Okay. We're gonna...
For
Me.
that joke I do,
Yeah.
I may have to borrow that from you guys. I like that. That's nice.
please.
Yeah, that's, you know what? It fit perfectly into my thin crust is more expensive than regular crust bit that I do, but you know what? You can have it for yours.
I thought you just came up with that. I'm sorry.
That is absolutely yours.
You haven't heard
I have
Steve's
no
whole
jokes.
album called Pizza I Don't Like? He's got a whole album about pizza. It's amazing. That's why we became friends.
What I
listened
do,
to his
I
pizza
order
album.
I order a pizza and then I'm like, comedian owns pizza. That's how it works.
Right.
It also was pretty great how Bowers jumped in when Steve already started saying what he was saying there. So literally all Steve got to say was, "I have no jokes." He
Right,
literally
I
said,
see.
I have no jokes. He was trying to say about.
Right.
Oh, I thought he was done
Yeah.
talking.
That was
I'm
no joke.
sorry. I thought it was just what he was saying.
But for that person, you can't order a pepperoni pizza and then take off the pepperoni. You see what I mean? Like, you just get a cheese pizza. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to support during the coronavirus. They want to give the business more money,
Right,
so they're.
maybe.
I totally have seen someone order a cheeseburger and ask them to hold the cheese. And I was
Wow.
like, what?
I mean, when I was in college, they used to have at Hardee's. They would have two for $2 mushroom and Swiss burgers or whatever. And I would order them, two of them, and I would order no Swiss, American cheese, no mushrooms. But they wouldn't just give me cheeseburgers for $2. I had to make them that way to trick it.
Oh,
So
for their
sometimes that happens.
promotion.
Yeah, it's for the promotion. So I've done that kind of weird
Oh,
shit.
I
Where
see.
I'm like,
Yeah, I have a friend who goes to Starbucks and tries to construct a latte. He doesn't want to pay for a latte, so he gets like he'll get he'll get a tall coffee in a venti cup, and then comes back and asks for soy milk to top it off with soy milk, and it's a whole thing. And what but they kicked him out because they said you're stealing, and he was like, "How am I stealing?" And they're like,
I used to go to McDonald's and pretend like I wanted to get all of the ingredients in a Happy Meal just so I could get the frozen Elsa miniature figure.
Yeah, it's
right. I can see that.
I don't know why Taylor just switched to my reaction on that. My reaction was one of both humor and disdain at the same time.
You don't build a world-class collection like I have without really hitting up all those Disney McDonald's Happy Meals.
Yeah, all of Ben's office is just results of Happy Meals gone bad.
Yeah, instead of the documentary that's very popular right now about how people scammed the Monopoly game at McDonald's, soon it'll be the documentary about me and how I've scammed the Happy Meal process to get collectible items at a very cheap price for years.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like you're using the term collectible a little loosely, but yeah.
I don't know how much saying that hurts me to my very core.
I'm sorry.
I consider everything I've got a collectible. Have you seen my vintage Lady Knuckles? It's this great thing I've got now.
Yeah. Has collected all of it. It's very true.
Believe it.
Hold on, let me get the price guide off the shelf.
Oh, that's very realistic looking. I was about to make fun of you randomly talking about the backdrop, but then I was like, is he going to get a book? What the fuck? That was pretty, like, your new green screen setup sets mine to shame. My realistic basketball court backdrop is just that.
Yeah. I just love the idea that all of these props are just green screened in. He's just holding up a marker over and over again, but it's a green marker.
Right.
Yeah. All right, Rachel, what do we got for the game?
No, we have more tips. We've got Catherine McManus, $15 for Dwayne. In our live audience, Just Tam is her new name, $10 for Dwayne. We've got Zara in our live audience, 20 Aussie, and said she's wearing a turtleneck today, by the way, if you guys noticed that.
Nice. It's restarted for the next 50 episodes.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
She said, thank you for the lesson on pizza, Dwayne. Hilarious set. Also, statistically, early morning joggers tend to report the most homicides. So I'm now imagining Meryl Streep wearing Gymshark and a Fitbit out for a run.
That's pretty cool.
I always love in Law and Order how it just always opens with like people just spilling out of a bar. Be like, no, you're the best. No, man, we had a great time. Oh God, there's a dead body. And it's like, why did you scene start with the dead body? Like,
Right. You know what's crazy about that, Steve, is that sometimes people are like arguing about something and then they see the dead body. And I spend the rest of the episode thinking about that couple. Like, did they make it?
Yeah.
Did they work it out?
Absolutely. Be like, no, your sister shouldn't take the guest bedroom.
Right.
Like they report the dead body and then they go right back into that argument immediately.
Right.
And also, you're totally right that they always are the biggest overactors. Like they stumble out of a nightclub and they're like exuberant and dressed like they're in a commercial. And somehow I audition for those parts and can't book them. How does
Oh
that
my
happen?
God. I've never, that's been my dream. Same thing. I'm like, how can I?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not as good as I think in terms
You know,
of acting.
and same. I was only on 2 episodes, so I don't even know why.
Yeah, but you were the dead body because it's you're fucking made
No,
for it.
actually, I was on one episode where it was I was just witness kind of thing, no lines. Instead of an under 5, it was an under 1, and but it was a Chinatown sniper, and the premise of it was that there were like 3 different crime scenes, and they had all of us at each crime scene, but they realized that they had to cut me out of 2 of the crime scenes because they're like, if this guy is at 3 crime scenes in Chinatown, he's a suspect for sure.
Well, my favorite thing about Law and Order, because I watch them continuously, is that not the star. You're right. If there's a star, of course they're the killer or the whatever. And my favorite is they'll always interview a random person. That's always the killer. Like in the beginning of the episode, like, well, let's see what the bus driver has to say. Why'd you talk to the fucking bus driver? Like you would never do it. So they have to like out of context, like, well, his nanny said. It's like, well, then she did it. Like, fuck, they don't because they don't have enough space.
You know what I realize is the show Psych, Law and Order. A lot of these shows, they're just Scooby Doo. It's really just the Scooby Doo. It's the Scooby Doo template that they.
Old Man Johnson was Ryan Gosling this whole time.
That's a perfect thought. That is great. You're right. 100%.
Law and Order, Scooby Doo. That's great.
Scooby Doo unit, and it's just Scooby Doo's balls.
Right.
Also, I've only seen a couple episodes of Law and Order, yet my relationship with Carmel works, even though not a joke. She has a tattoo on the back of each of her ankles, each that says "done," because together it spells "dun dun."
Wow.
It's also, if she ever breaks up with you, she's got to do it by just showing you one of those tattoos. We are.
Dun dun.
That made me sad.
More tips.
Carmel, don't break up with Ben. He's a lovely person.
We've got Jessica in our live audience tipped 3 times for a total of $32. She said,
Thank you.
This is the hardest I've laughed all day. Thank you so much, Dwayne. Also, nice brick wall, and you must come back.
Thank you.
I got to say, this has been our best episode today.
It has.
I think what she meant is she hadn't laughed at all till Dwayne. I think that's what she was saying.
No.
You know it's not your
It was a
strongest
super
episode.
sweet burn for $38, Jess. I really appreciate that.
$32. She got a deal on it. She took the pepperoni off, and it was $6
Are you
cheaper.
sure Rachel's laugh is good?
We are not sure of that ever.
Yeah, she can't pronounce things or add things together.
Literally, we have 5 professional comedians here, and the best compliment we can get is, I hadn't laughed like this until you started doing a show with 5 comedians, and I guess it's better than that.
Right.
Yeah.
I would never want to hurt your feelings, Ben.
Thank you.
Dwayne, you have to come back.
Thank you. I hope so.
I love
yes.
Scooby. That was so astute.
By the time he gets back, his next wall will be like fine marble. He's just slowly.
No, he's actually going to build an actual wall in his house with real bricks.
Yeah.
And Jessica didn't even pause there from trying to save my feelings. She said, I never want to hurt your feelings, Ben, but Dwayne, you have to come back.
And if I had feelings, she wouldn't want to hurt mine either. All right, Rachel, what else do we got?
We've got Candace B, $5. Dwayne, for your pepperoni. Great set, and I love your humor.
Thank you.
Technics, 5 Canadian. And then we had a couple generals. We've got Triggered Gamers sent the show $10 and said, Steve, I just wanted to thank you. Your comedy has helped me out a lot in the past and even more during these times. I've been watching you since I was 16. I'm 18 now. And I've never gotten tired of hearing your comedy. Thanks.
Well, I gotta say, if I had feelings again, that would be wonderful. That would really touch. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
And then last two, Zara, $5. Bowers, please don't become too self-aware. We love you, no filter.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Please don't fix these things, Bowers. Please do not fix these things. Otherwise, my impression of you will just be the voice, and that's no fun.
Well, it's a fine line, That's what I'm trying. You got to balance what makes me funny and also what makes me annoying. I'm just trying to get. Yeah, it doesn't matter. All right.
Yes, that was her comment.
I know. God damn it. All right.
Last general, Taylon Jackson, $14. Please keep the laughs rolling and thank you for being fucking conscious and present.
Caitlin Jackson, the last general.
Yeah.
All right. Bad movie mashup. So the unpaid entries that I have, the first one's from Chris Jacobs, The Princess Gremlin Bride.
Nice.
Okay.
And then
I've been to a wedding like that.
And then Lola had Frozen Little Mermaid.
Oh, there you go. That's perfect. Great job. Lola.
Sponsored by Gorton's.
How do they not make Little Mermaid shaped fish sticks? Holy shit. Are they missing out on an opportunity or what?
And then Tam or Zara, do you guys want to do one live?
Sure, I'll do
good.
mine.
Okay, go for it.
Mine was 50 Shades of Toy Story.
Nice. Oh, gross. Toys. What are the toys for? What happens when they go away?
Well, somebody asked me the other day, he said, do you think the sex toys come to life in the Toy Story universe?
Wow.
That's Toy Story 6 starring Jamie Kennedy.
This vibrator will give you tremors. Okay.
Only meaning to Woody and Buzzy. Woody and Buzz.
Woody and Buzz. You don't have to change the names. That's amazing. Zara.
And Zara.
Fuck, I got nothing. Fuck. Yeah, I'm good.
I've seen fuck. I've never seen I've got nothing. I don't know that one, but I've seen fuck a couple times.
These are the paid entries. So these are what we'll be voting on. So we start with Teely. The day after tomorrow quarantine.
Okay.
Nice. Which it'll still be quarantine.
Yes.
Andrew Lake. Dirty Dancing with Parasites. Jake M. Snakes on a Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Ben Garver. Medea Does Dallas. Jen Winklepleck, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Outbreak.
By the way, Medea Does Dallas is just Tyler Perry getting to Dallas, experiencing racism, and leaving. Like, that's the whole movie.
We've got plenty.
We've got Chris Jacobs, Care Bears, First Blood.
Oh my God.
Jeremy Day, The King Kong and I.
The Punisher yet again.
Yes. Candice B. Jaws, The Invisible Man. Got Ron Gould, The Wizard of HBO Oz's Rape Scenes.
Not technically accurate for the game, but still. Adrienne set a tone.
Yeah, right?
We have Mario Mizar. We bought a Jurassic Park.
Nice.
I like that.
Nice.
Jeremy Day, National Lampoon's Animal House on Haunted Hill.
Totally would watch that.
Dave Adler, 40-year-old virgin suicides.
Dark.
Okay. Chris Jacobs, on behalf of Razvan. 12 years in Interstellar Human Centipede.
Oh my god.
I like that too.
Dave Adler, Laura Croft and the Real Girl. Dave Adler, blame it on Big Bird in China.
Big Bird in China. Okay.
Robert Edwards, Magnificent Seven and Well Seven. Benny O, The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Nice.
Andrew Lay, Illegal Aliens versus Brokeback Predators.
Jesus.
Oh, no.
Teely, I don't know this one. Contact. It says PHFFFT. She said it's a movie from 1954.
Okay.
Well, that's
Cool.
a clear winner. That's the clear winner. Why vote?
Contact wins for sure.
I think that was just to make Rachel say it. Honestly, that's a hell of a submission. Anytime there's a sound effect in a title, you guys should absolutely.
We have Tyler Stevens had 2. 50 Shades of Home Alone. And then Super Bad Skeleton Key.
Okay, nice.
And then the last one I have is Amin Salah, Mary Poppin' the Pill.
Nice.
Nice. By the way, before we vote on these, I just want to throw this out there. I thought it would be funny because I was like, oh, Memento. I wonder if there's a movie that starts with toe. And so I Googled it to see if, like, oh, that would be good. And on IMDb, there's a list, most popular toe-sucking movies and TV shows on IMDb.
Wow.
It's not on a... It's on IMDb. I just wanted to share that with you guys.
There's a list of that somewhere? Can you forward me that? I mean, nothing. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's... It says here by Chris Bauer. What the fuck?
That's my only IMDb credit is I made that list.
Yeah. All right. Let's vote. Dwayne, what was your favorite?
Oh, now I forget which. I can vote from which ones? The first group or the second group?
Second group.
Second group. Okay. Oh man, it was really tough, but I think I have to go with. I'll go Care Bear, First Blood.
Nice. Good.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah. I like Medea, but I wanted it to be Medea boning. Anyway. I just wanted to hear her go hallelujah, but it's okay. I'll Care Bear, First Blood.
Rachel.
I liked 40-year-old virgin suicides.
Yep. I liked that one. I also liked the Medea one. But I'm also going with Care Bear's First Blood. I think that's really good. I like that one a lot.
All right, 2 votes for that. What do we got, Ben?
I'm torn between 2. I like a lot Best Little Whorehouse in Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
But I'm going Care Bear First Blood. What a juxtaposition.
All right.
Like, if you don't know if the bears are getting killed or the bears are killing people, I'd be interested. I would watch that movie. I would. What's it about? That's great.
I actually preferred Care Bear Last Blood, where you really get the story gets wrapped up. Yeah, at the end when Rambo just faces the Care Bear and just gets a rainbow in his face. It's fantastic. Cinema magic.
I love when you put your rainbow in my face.
Oh, nice.
By the way,
Ben is taking his
solid Care Bear impression, Ben. Yeah. My vote doesn't matter because that one's already got 3. I was gonna vote for Medea Does Dallas. I just thought that is just what in the fuck would that movie even be? But my vote doesn't matter. Care Bear First Blood wins. Of course, as always, when you win, what you do is you go to the website laughfromhome.com and you email us, claim your prize, and we'll see you in a front row soon.
Yeah, and I love the 50 Shades of Toy Story too, but it was tough call.
Yeah, a lot of good ones. A lot of good ones.
Yeah.
All right,
Solid
well, audience,
entries,
it's time
everybody.
to say goodbye to the audience. Thanks, guys, for hanging in. We appreciate you coming to the 51st show. Appreciate that. Thanks so much, audience. Dwayne, where do we find you at in the social media world?
Dwayne Perkins is, DwaynePerkins.com. Dwayne Perkins on Instagram. My book, Hot Chocolate for the Mind, and my other book, Zombie Run, both available on Amazon.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Very cool. Well, thanks for coming back. We'll have you back again. We love you, man.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
Excellent.
And
As soon
and
as you're
work on
done with
building a
that
real
brick wall, let us know.
Yeah, just
All right.
text me when you get done with the wall, and we'll. Actually, you think Mexico will pay for the wall? Doesn't matter. Okay.
I don't like this.
Love it when Bowers gets political at the very end of the show. Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Rachel, thanks again for hanging out. And
We have two to catch up on.
Oh, perfect.
All right.
A couple generals.
And I've got a few of my own submissions, but whatever, guys.
Oh, I totally forgot about that part. Sorry, I thought we were supposed to be done at 4:15, so I was kind of just
we were
trying to push
trying.
the show on time.
That's
But
why I only wrote 5 instead of 10, but whatever. I can save them until tomorrow.
What are the generals, Rachel?
So we've got just Tam, $5 to buy Steve some feelings.
Nice.
And then
Redhead feelings actually cost just about $5, so perfect.
And then Dave Adler, a lot of sentences, $2.18. Law and Order Canine Unit, complete with Scooby snacks. They would have gotten away with it if it weren't for them damn kid detectives, Briscoe, Stabler, Benson. You get it.
All right, speaking of long rambling things, Ben, you want to do your entries real quick?
Sure. I've got just a few here. I've got Bad Movie Mashups, Bridget Jones' Diary, and Jerry Maguire. Because they're both different name movies, and Renee Zellweger couldn't be in both. And it'd be really confusing.
Yeah, that's...
All right, I'll do better the next one. Schindler's List and 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, God.
That's a good one.
The Bridges of Madison County and Sharknado.
Nice.
Goodfellas and A Little Baby. It's a Wonderful Life starring Martin Lawrence. And Dr. Strangelove, How I Learned to Stop Worrying, and Love Actually.
Nice.
Like that one.
All I had was Peter Pan's Labyrinth. And also All Reservoir Dogs Go to Heaven. It's a very different movie. Very, very different movie. The scenes are out of order, which is crazy, but you figure it out by the end.
Oh God, you don't hear fuck that in cartoons that often, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty good. All right, you can find me at Bowers Comedy, and I'm hosting for Ian Edwards tonight at the Nowhere Comedy Club at 6 p.m. Pacific. So check that out, and it's been fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right. As for me, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for watching this stuff. You can check me out tomorrow night. I'm doing my Ask Us Anything show with Daniel Muggleton at Nowhere Comedy Club. And I just put 2 more full headlining sets on sale at Nowhere coming up in June. So check those out. Thank y'all. Goodbye.
What a fun time with you guys. Thank you for being here for 51. It feels all new again. Tomorrow night, Saturday, I will be hosting at Nowhere Comedy Club for Erica Rhodes. She is